So inside a pharmacy in the US, there are a lot of things that you can purchase. You might think that a pharmacy is just for medicine, but that's not true. There's a lot of different sections, so let's walk around. Here we are in the cosmetics section. Cosmetics means makeup. And you can see down each aisle, like this, you can buy soap, shampoo, really anything you can imagine, little toys and trinkets. There are endless amounts of things you can get at a pharmacy. In fact, this is something that the US is kind of known for having stores that are a one-stop shop. That means you can stop one place and get everything you need. Very convenient and kind of a stereotype. This is where you would go if you were celebrating a birthday party and you wanted to buy some balloons, candles, themed birthday plates for your kids, birthday cards, any cards for really any occasion. In fact, this is something that pharmacies are known for, is having lots of cards. So if you are on the way somewhere and you realize, oh, I forgot to bring a card, well, you can just stop into a pharmacy. Let's see. So over here you can see this is the actual pharmacy part. You can go to the clinic, you can actually see somebody who is a certified nurse or doctor, someone who can give you some advice about a medical issue. Generally, it's a good idea to make an appointment, but you can always drop in and ask if they have any way that you can talk with someone if you have an issue. Over here, you can see it says in big letters what we came for. Pharmacy. So at the pharmacy, this is where you would go if you were going to pick up a prescription. And in the US, there's a couple different ways to get medicine. Unfortunately, a lot of medications that are pretty typical, like an antibiotic, you have to have a prescription, which means you need to see a doctor first. You have to pay to see the doctor. The doctor has to evaluate if you need that medicine, and then they will send a prescription to your chosen pharmacy. So when you go to a doctor in the US, they'll ask, what is your preferred pharmacy? And you'll choose maybe a place like this, and you'll say the address and the location, and then you can come here and you can pick up your prescription whenever it's available. I see my baby has noticed the microphone. You want to grab that? Not a good idea. It is possible that you could ask the pharmacist, or if they have a little clinic like this, you could ask them for some advice. So if you have no appointment, if you just need some medical advice, maybe you're on a vacation and you have a cough that won't go away, you could ask, hey, do you have any recommendations? What should I do? You could ask them for advice. Who knows what they'll say, but it's always worth it, and it's no problem to ask. Let's take a look at some of the aisles to see what kind of medication you can get over the counter, and I'll explain what that means. So for example, this is the children's section. Well, let's say you have allergies, terrible allergies, and you visit the US during like a spring season. You will need to get some allergy medicine. This is something that you can get over the counter. These are children's allergy medications in the children's section. But you can get allergy medicine, you can get pain and fever relieving medicine over the counter. And I've always been a little bit confused by this phrase, because where's the counter? There's no counter. Instead, that's the counter where you actually have to have a prescription. So don't be confused. Over the counter means that you can just walk in and get it. You don't need a prescription, you don't need a doctor's approval. You can just walk in and get anything over the counter, even though that's the counter. Don't be confused. Sometimes English is strange. All right, let's keep walking and see what else you can get. Need some Kleenex? You can get Kleenex. You can get wrapping paper if it's Christmas time like it is now. You can get reading glasses if you forgot your reading glasses. You can even get some kind of like minor medical supplies. There are some hearing aids. There are some braces for your arm. There are alarm clocks. Paternity testing kits. I didn't even know you could get that here. There's thermometers. Pain medication. Sometimes in the US we do use... You all right, baby? Sometimes we do use the brand name. Oh, a little cough. Maybe you need some medication. We do use the brand name to talk about medications. So if you ask a pharmacist, I have a cough, what should I do? And they recommend a specific brand name to you and you're not familiar with it, you can just ask, oh, is that a cough medication? Or is that a fever-reducing medication? You're welcome to ask for clarification, because sometimes I don't know what the medication is either. So feel free to ask for clarification if you're not sure. All right, let's keep going. Lots and lots of medication. Lots and lots. All right, we're getting to the section of stuff. Not medicine anymore. Candy, candy, candy. So if you need to buy any dry goods, maybe last minute Christmas presents, you can get toilet paper, laundry detergents, all of these types of dry goods. And there's even lots of different types of food. So let's go take a look at the food. There's candy and candy and candy and candy. Lots of candy. But there might be, you know, seasonal items as well. Right now, it is almost Christmas. I know it's after Christmas when you're watching this, but imagine Christmas. So lots of candy for stockings and different seasonal things. There's many toys down here. Let's actually go down.